Yo, yo, yo. About to start this off for you guys. Got a big winner for you guys lined up. Just finalizing the plays so I can send it out to my community first. We'll get going. Big winner yesterday, today. Today, very important you guys are here and paying attention early because there is a change of plans. There is a change of games that I will be taking. Let me turn on my Instagram live and we'll get started. All right, all right, all right. Shoot a comment if you guys can hear and listen to everything I'm saying, first and foremost. Live. Instagram, what's going on? All right, we're live on Instagram. I'm going to give it a couple more seconds. Let the people join before I start with the analysis and the play. Ladder Challenge Day 2. Ladder Challenge Day 2, team. So we're going to start it off today. And I'm going to give you guys a big warning here today because one of the games I covered earlier on YouTube is no longer a play. It's no longer a play, and I covered it yesterday regarding it. When I start seeing a lot of people on the play that I covered earlier on, to me it starts becoming more of a liability than an actual play. And I'm going to get to that just in 1 second. Now, yesterday, team, a big winner. We had a big-time winner with Texas A&M, a game that at first didn't look like we were doing too good. I feel like everybody that was watching that game was a little bit stressed, especially when they were down 10 points early on. They ended up bouncing back and we won big time. And today, another day, another big day lined up for us, right? Now, I'm going to start off with a game that everybody is talking about. And as you guys probably see my screen right now on YouTube, it's Miami versus SMU. I liked them early on. Now, this line opened up in favor of SMU at -2.5. It went down to -1.5. As the day has gone on, I expected the opposite, team. I expected Miami to be attracting the money in this matchup. And the opposite is the fact. SMU is not only attracting the bets, but they're attracting the handle. As you guys can see right here, 69% of the bets, 80% of the handle going to SMU. On the money line, 60% of the bets and 57% of the handle. So if you guys have been in this industry for quite some time, you understand the following. Why isn't Vegas pushing SMU up if they have the money coming into them? Right? Yes, it's senior night. Yes, SMU is great at home. But ultimately, if you're not seeing the line push up, why would you take them? I'm going to pass on that game. So SMU is no longer a play. And if you join this live, that's when you're going to get that information. Because early on, I spoke about it on YouTube. And I said that SMU was a great play for the day. But that's why I'm doing these live streams. So you guys can see exactly where I'm leaning after the information in the afternoon pops up. Which in this case, I am not liking SMU, guys. But I do like two games for today. And one of them is due to an injury that I spoke about early on today on YouTube. And it's the DePaul game versus Villanova. Now, this Texas versus Arkansas game is another game that's standing out for me. And I'm going to cover it real quick, and I would avoid this trap if I were you guys. Arkansas opened up at 7.5, and they've pushed down to 6.5, and you see the money and support going to them. 93% of the bets, 88% of the handle. On the money line, you're seeing a lot more going to this Arkansas team, yet the line is pushing down. You're seeing clear reverse line movement, and they're one of the most betted teams today, guys. As you guys can see right here, Arkansas, number 1 bet on the spread, number 2 bet on the money when it comes to the spread, right? So for me, it's one of those matchups where you're catching reverse line movements. Texas has played well the entire season away from home, and they're really good at covering spreads. So I do like this Texas team as a small lean. As a matter of fact, more than I like SMU right now. SMU to me is one of those days where I believe this is going to be a day where everybody's on SMU and UM is probably going to surprise them. Now, NBA-wise, let's cover it a little bit. OKC versus the New York Knicks. One of the main games of the day, I was waiting for the injury report, and for the most part, OKC is healthy. They're healthy. Shea Alexander's playing. Hartenstein's playing. Williams is the only player that's been out, but we knew that early on. The line pushed up to 4.5. To me, it's an angle where I don't like the Knicks anymore. I would lean on the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I'm covering this game right now because I spoke about the Knicks early on, but we were pending injuries for that matchup. Now, the game that I'm really liking for today, and I want you guys to pay attention because it's the main play, and not only is it the main play, it's a ladder challenge play. Let me drink a little bit of water and we'll continue on. And I'm going to answer any questions that you guys may have. Yo, Freddie, can we check on AJ Edwards, SMU? I'll talk about those injury reports here in a second, and I'll answer the questions here in 1 second. Now, I'm here to tell you guys one thing. Yesterday, we had somebody comment that if we should fade the pick, right? And I'm going to give the guy a $20 giveaway since he lost because he faded me. I'm just kidding, guys. Now, let's talk about the main play. DePaul versus Villanova. Line opened up in favor of Villanova at 3.5, and it's gone down to 2.5. What does that mean to you guys? Reverse line movement off the bat, right? Now, there is a key injury that Villanova has. And I've been waiting for this injury report, and he's officially out. And I'm going to show you guys who he is. It's Matt Hodge. All you have to see is his performance over the last 10 games. Not only does he provide a lot of rebounds, but he provides double-digit points quite frequently, right? Over the last 4 games, he's had 2 games with double digits. And these types of players play a big role. DePaul has been playing excellently at home. They lost by 6 points last time out they played against Villanova. At Villanova, don't get me wrong, Villanova's a great team. They've been playing excellently. But when you're playing DePaul at home, where DePaul is currently sitting 11-5, I lean DePaul in this spot. Not only do I lean DePaul in this spot, but I like him to win this game outright. Now, for me, the safe play, and since we're still bouncing back from last week, we're going to play it conservatively. When we win 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row, we can start getting a little bit more risky. But right now, we're not going to do that. We're going to play conservatively. We're going to play with a spread. And along with that, too, we're going to play it the right way. So for me, the play of the day, guys, the main play that I'm taking for today and the ladder challenge day 2 is DePaul plus 3.5. 3.5. Key, 3.5. Yes, we're biting a little bit more odds, but that's all that Kalshi has available for me. They're not sitting at 2.5, 1.5, and I play through a predictive market. So I do like DePaul in this spot at plus 3.5, and that is the official play for the ladder challenge day 2, guys. Last game I'll cover for you guys is the Bucks versus Atlanta game. Money is coming in on Atlanta team. It really is. The Bucks just got destroyed. Vegas knows that, and I feel like it's a setup right now. I feel like everybody's looking at Atlanta because they're on a hot streak, and Giannis is back with the Bucks. I'm not going to take that game just because of what I saw last game out chemistry-wise, but don't be surprised if the Bucks come out and win. They're home, they have their veteran and their leader back, and along with that too, they got embarrassed last game out. Giannis does not like that, a team like that does not like that, and he's coming back for a reason, because he wants a playoff run. And doesn't start with losing games the way they did last game against Boston. Atlanta, a great core. But ultimately, they're young. There's a lot of new pieces there as well that they're building that chemistry. And I like the Bucks a little bit more in that spot, guys. Now, I like Atlanta money line. Yeah, I mean, everybody does, right? Atlanta money lines is the way to go in that spot if you're basing it off the stats and the recent trends, right? Hurricane warning tonight. Not really, bro. Let's continue on, guys. So that is it for today. Ladder challenge day 2, DePaul plus 3.5. If you guys have any questions, right now is your chance to ask him, and I'll answer anything you guys may want to know, or any play that you guys want me to analyze a little bit further. Go ahead and ask me that question. Michael Porter is out. Texas take the points. I did cover Texas. What about the Arkansas game? What was the play I didn't hear? I don't have a play for the Arkansas game, but I said that I would lean Texas 7.5 in that spot. Money and support is going all over Arkansas, one of the most better teams. And as a matter of fact, it's going to be Vegas' biggest liability today, and the line has gone down. Now, I'm staying away from that game, but I would lean Texas in that spot. DePaul plus 3.5 is the play. All right, guys, let's see if you guys have any questions regarding the plays or anything you guys want to know. I don't like overs and unders, bro. I don't touch over and unders, as a matter of fact. Over and under 221 for the Knicks is not really something that I really take too often, guys. So I'm going to wrap it up here. We're going to leave it here for today. DePaul plus 3.5, day 2. Day 2 of the ladder challenge. We won $180 yesterday. This play is $180 to win $330, give or take, because of the odds. Yes, we're biting a little bit bigger of odds. I don't mind biting a little bit bigger of odds if it's a play that I like a lot and we're going to win. To me, the goal is as follows. One day at a time, profit. If I'm betting $5,000 to win $3,500, $3,600, $3,700, I'm happy with that. That's a good ROI based on my investment, and that's how I like to look at things, guys. So I'll wrap it up here. Tomorrow, another live stream at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. and tomorrow, for the people that stay all the way through, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. A nice little giveaway, and I'll announce that tomorrow, guys. So I'll leave it out here, guys. Let's win the day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm going to wrap up here with Instagram. My YouTube fellas, there's more of you guys here, so if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them. I like seeing the crowd that I get through YouTube, so I'm going to leave you guys on for a little bit longer. Instagram, they kind of flow a little bit in and out, so I don't really care too much. But is there anything you guys want to know a little bit more of that you guys want me to answer right now? I'll answer it, guys. Any other NBA games? Let's cover it really quick, guys. Let's go through a little NBA analysis right here for the late games. Vegas, bet splits, and let's see exactly what's going on, and we'll go from there. So, games that are standing out for today. Right now, Boston Celtics Hornets was a game that stood out to me a little bit. Just because the Hornets have been in such a good run, they're 14th place in the East. They need a win in order to make the playoffs, but the line is telling in favor of Boston. Boston, one of the best teams defensively, one of the best teams offensively, and you saw what they were capable of doing without Jaylen Brown last game out and without Jason Tatum. To me, it's one of those spots where I believe Boston's going to end up dominating that game and making an example out of this Charlotte Hornets team. One of the games that I was analyzing for today, but not going to bite on it, right? Atlanta already covered it. Portland, Memphis, double-digit spreads. I don't really like to take double-digit spreads. Philadelphia, Utah Jazz. Why would you back a team like Utah Jazz that is on purpose losing games? I wouldn't take that game at all just because of that. How about those Hornets? Just covered that one. Do you like St. Joseph's tonight? St. Joseph's is a great angle, guys, but I wouldn't necessarily take it just because Davidson's really good at home. Let's cover that really quick for you guys. St. Joseph's line opened up where I believe 4.5, if I'm not mistaken, in favor of Davidson and gone down to -2. That's a key reverse line movement. Now, the question is, in those situations, is there injuries, right? If there's injuries to that, that's a big component as to why the line went down. Money and support right now, you're getting the handle going to St. Joseph's here, so the line makes sense, but that's a big push down. From 4.5 to 2.5, that's a very big drawdown. And let me check right here to see if there's any injuries coming into this matchup to see if there's anything that stands out, right? Because 2 points dropping, that's a lot of points, man. Let me see. Let me find this matchup for you guys. Davidson, perfect. Injuries. Davidson doesn't really have any key injuries, guys, and neither does St. Joseph's in this spot. So I would definitely look at St. Joseph's in this spot, but I would stay away from it. I'm looking at home teams, as you guys have probably noticed as of late. Texas A&M home teams, DePaul home teams. I'm looking at teams that are at home in this spot. So I'm just going to wrap it up with DePaul plus 3.5. You like DePaul to cover more than SMU? I do. That's why I'm taking that as a play. And do you look at strength of schedule for NBA games? I do, bro. Strength of schedule for NBA games, I typically look at it over the last 3 to 5 games, momentum-wise, right? Because in the season, typically they're playing majority of the same teams. But I like to look at momentum with NBA and MLB. Do you like Houston Cougars to cover -14.5 point spread? I didn't really analyze that game, bro, because I don't like double-digit spreads. I just don't. They don't stand out to me. There's a lot of opportunities for backdoor covers in those types of spread. Years does it take to become a professional? A long time, brother. It really does, as a matter of fact. And it could take you 1 year, right? But the reality is it takes 5 to 6 to 7 years to build a steady bankroll and to build a mindset to do this long term. That's the most important part, man. A lot of people don't understand this. It's not about picks. It's not about knowing the sport. The most important thing you need to know is mindset. Mindset, man, psychology, emotional intelligence. If you have that, you're going to be able to win in this industry. If you don't, you can win 100%. You're not going to profit in this industry. Do you consider plus EV when you bet or just whenever you bet? I consider EV, man, not something that I overly focus on like a lot of cappers, but I am building a cool website out that I'm going to post a little bit on that includes EV, that includes reverse line movement, that includes steam movement, that has a CBB edge that gives you guys exactly what I'm looking at every single day in a website. And that's coming soon for you guys. SMU Miami tonight, not touching it. Rhode Island burnt me last Saturday, so I'm staying away from them. SMU over DePaul, yes. SMU. Everybody's on SMU. You guys see it. Everybody's asking about SMU. If everybody's asking about SMU and every capper's on SMU, that's a sign for me to stay away, right? During the day, in the morning, nobody liked SMU. And then all of a sudden, everybody's on SMU. And by everybody, I mean the cappers. And that, to me, is a stay away sign. That's where the sharp trap lies, guys. So I'll wrap it up here, guys. A lot of questions came in a little bit later. Let me see. How much did you first start with to build your bankroll? How much did you first start with to build your bankroll, man? That's a great question because I started 3 freaking times. Started in college, started with 500, built it to like 3,000, lost it. Then started again, built it to like 10,000, then lost it all in one bet on the Super Bowl. So every little thing that I tell you guys not to do, I've done. And I've learned from the mistakes. So that's why I tell you guys, hey, don't chase. Take it slow. And over the long run, you're going to profit and build your bankroll the right way. There's no industry where you're going to get rich quick, man. And the people that look to get rich quick go broke quick because they're just trying to do things fast. And that's just not human nature, guys. The reality is to win long term, you have to have patience and you have to have discipline. I like Miami money line. I think the sharp traps for trapping the Miami SMU game. JDog804, brother. I totally agree with you right there, man. I don't like that game. I just won 8 games. I just won 8 games, tickets 3 days in a row by fading and securing my main play with double chance. I don't know what that means, brother. But that's it, guys. I'll wrap it up here for today, guys. A 20-minute stream. Going to start doing this a little bit more. One thing that I want you guys to do, if you guys have any questions, right, key questions, ask them on the YouTube channel early in the morning. That way, when I come in, I'm going to have a specific topic or questions that I'm going to answer instead of going through the chat one by one, guys. So I'll leave it here, guys. Thank you for everybody that joined. Remember, tomorrow, we're going to do a little giveaway in the live stream for whoever's in it at the end like you guys are right here, guys. Thank you guys for joining. Let's